Hey everybody, we are back for another episode of Coffee with Chuck. We're in a different location this time because we want to show off something special, our brand new website. Everybody knows Chuck Purvis, our CEO.
Hello everyone.
And we have a special guest this episode. This is Brandon McAdams. He is our VP of Marketing and Product Development, and Brandon led this project to launch this new site.
It's been a fun 12 months, but I'm glad it's launched.
It's been an exciting week for us. We've known for some time that we needed to update the website and provide a lot more insight and information to our members. And one of the things I'll mention is if you look at about a third of the way down, there's this phrase, "How can we help you?" And that's really what this website is all about. Being in a position to provide help and information and so forth to our members. And so there's a lot more content in this website than we had in our previous one. Brandon did a terrific job leading a team over the past year to build it, and we'll continue to expand it and add content in the months and years ahead. But we're pretty excited to have that launch this past Wednesday.
And we put a lot of research into the development of this site too, right?
Yeah, we took our time, and I think that's what's important. I think it shows in the design of the site. So we recognize that more and more traffic, the more ways that people shop for finances is online and on mobile. So we wanted to make sure that we provided that in a nice, modern, sleek design, as well as we spent time understanding what that is, what members actually want. So we did a focus group. We researched it. We worked with a research institute to help us figure out the different trends and everything that they wanted. And so we put all of that effort into this website, and I think it turned out pretty good.
In a minute, we're going to dive into what's new and what's different. But first, this episode, we're enjoying a cup of Mocha Java Blend from Joe Van Gogh Coffee in Hillsboro. So that's our local brew of the day, and it's a good one.
Really good.
Smells delicious.
Brandon's not a coffee drinker, but he can appreciate the aroma. So let's talk about what's new at this site, because obviously visually and structurally a lot has changed.
Yep. So I think the biggest difference we have is we're trying to pour more information into the site for our members, because we recognize that members really want to research and understand what they're doing before they buy. So we're trying to provide enough tools that they can really understand what they're getting into and provide the best option for them. So one way that we do that up at the top that Chuck just mentioned is the solution finder right here, where you designate who you are and then what you're looking for, and then it'll pop up. So for example, if you're a young professional looking to create a budget, you hit submit. Then we have a pop-up that provides some options for them right there. So you give them an article so they can read a little bit, you give them a tool,
Awesome.
as well as a recommendation and a life stage, which really gives a lot more information as to where they are. So we believe this will be a way for members to really understand more of what they're doing and see us as a partner in their finances.
So I'm thinking about retirement. What's out there for me?
Quite a bit. So we can, for the solution finder right there, you can, if you designate that, you're not retiring quite yet,
No,
right?
not yet.
Okay, just making sure. And then you can understand what stage you might be in, what you're trying to do right there, and it'll pop up. Or we actually have a life stage right here, where, again, we can go through different life stages and find one that fits you. So planning for retirement would be one.
Cool.
As well as living retirement, because that's much bigger now.
I'm in the planning stage.
Planning stage. Everybody should be in the planning
That's right.
stage. So it really is for everybody. But especially I like the addition of living in retirement, because there's a lot of services that Coastal can provide, as well as facts that you need to know when you're living in retirement. Because for a lot of people, there's 30, 40 years that they'll be living in retirement. They may do an odd job here or there, but it is a different lifestyle. And what we try to do here is provide enough information that they can make wise decisions.
And having that information in advance goes a long way to help you plan as well.
Absolutely.
You know what to
Exactly.
expect.
Yep.
You know what to do to get there.
Yep. And yesterday we were demoing it at some of the branches, and one of the favorite ones was Adulting 101. We had a couple parents come in, and then I was demoing the site and going through the life stages, and they're like, "Yes, that's what my son or daughter needs."
Since when did adult become a verb? Adulting.
Well, since it became so hard, I guess.
Adulting is hard, yes.
So we're trying to provide options for everybody, wherever they are in their finances or wherever they are in their life, to be able to provide the right tools. So another great feature that we really like is in the Learn section right here, the Financial Education Center. This is one where we've teamed up with a leading provider of financial education and create these modules that really provide a really interactive way of doing your finances. So for example, we have over 25 different modules right here to go over the difference in savings or credit scores, reports, really anything you would really want to get into. And as an example here on the credit scores and reports, you can see it's very graphical. It has some sound, it has some video to really connect with people. It's not just reading text, it's really interactive.
great.
Very
with
interactive.
Coastal.
In fact, so you mentioned yesterday we were out doing demos at the branches. I actually had a branch employee said, let's go through one of these modules together, and that's the one she wanted to see because she said, we've got a lot of members who want help understanding the credit score, understanding their credit report, and she intends to sit down with them and go through these modules rather than try to explain it to them, show them.
Yep.
Yeah, I think people learn in different ways, and I think it's much easier if you have a graphical representation of what it is and pie charts and all that kind of stuff to really explain what's going on. Another feature that's brand new, we're trying to connect more and more with our members and get more content out there. So we have Coastal Connections on the front page. It has our blog articles. It has news. We're in the news quite a bit lately. Want to make sure people understand what's going on, as well as a connection to our Twitter feed. So it's another way, again, that we're trying to put more resources out there and connect with all what we're doing. We'll also have seminars in this section, which we have a lot of great partners and business units inside that are really providing good content, like the wealth management team. Daymark, our realty services, provide more information on, for example, how to buy your first home, how to plan for retirement, things like that. So it's a good way of getting more of that content out there and connecting with our community.
Well, and I think one of our obligations to our members is to help them understand what can be this kind of complex world of finance and money and loans and credit scores. And I'm excited about all the content that's out here, and I think it's been organized in a way that folks will be able to find the things that are important to them.
Absolutely agree.
So we've done a pretty good job of covering what's new. Now, people who are already familiar with Coastal and familiar with our site might want to see just, what's still there, what can I rely on that I had before, and just how is it presented in a little bit different way. You want to walk through some of the navigation?
Sure. Yep, so we've reorganized it a little bit. We have a link for popular links right here, so you can see some of the tools that our members really enjoy going to quite often. Another one that's a little bit of old, a little bit of new, the locations tab here. We have the opportunity now to have a page for every branch out there.
Oh, that's
so we have
great.
a picture for the branch, as well as we have a lot of experts at each branch. So we have a wealth management advisor, we have a mortgage loan officers, we have a lot of specialists that really know their line of business that can help members. And so when you click on that branch, you'll be able to see who that is and be able to contact them and start that process.
Oh, that's great.
Right. And if you're not sure, you can still click that locations link to take you to the Finder, which shows you our branches and shared branches and ATMs and all the easy ways to find us.
Yep, you sure can. So that's an example right there. You can click through and see the 88,000 surcharge-free ATMs and the 5,500 shared branch locations, as well as all of the coastal locations in there. One other thing that we'd like to show is the comparison pages are different. So I enjoyed our comparison pages before, but what I really like about the new design is that it really, I think, lays it out a little bit different to show the differences in the products as you're going through and deciding which one fits best. So you can toggle through and be able to see, really what the differences are. And then as you scroll down, it's the Resource Center here, which is one of my favorite features. So we had this page before, but here we're really putting much more interactive different calculators in here, as well as articles that connect with the page they're on. We have our playlists here, as well as a recommendation for different apps that members can download, take advantage of, and learn more through their process.
Yeah, so it's not just about selling a product, it's
Correct.
about helping members learn more about that product, use that product, do their homework in advance, but even once they have it, to get the most out of it.
Yep. Because that's what credit unions are for. We're trying to educate members to make sure they get the right product that fits their need, rather than just trying to sell something.
Well, if you think about it, nobody wants a mortgage. People want to buy a house.
Correct.
It just so happens that most people need to get a mortgage to buy that house. So this is hopefully will help them understand the different options and the different types of mortgages that they may want to consider if they are buying a house.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, and Chuck, you always say, we're not in the business of opening products and services. We're
Making dreams come
making
true.
dreams come true. So
Exactly.
I think the site
Correct.
really focuses on, what are you dreaming about?
Right.
And how can we help
Right.
you make that happen?
Yep. Yeah. What do you need? What can we do? What do you need to know? The last feature I'd like to cover is the
Don't
login.
forget this one. This is the important one.
Exactly. This is the one that everybody always has questions on. But what we wanted to do with the login process is speed it up, keep the security the same, keep it just as safe as it was before, but be able to provide a little better experience. So what we've done here is we've actually put the user ID and the password on the first page, and that way you don't have that process where you put in your username, it goes to a different page where you see an image and you put in your password, and then it logs into digital banking. So this way, by having both on there, it should be a faster, more seamless process.
Awesome.
Very good. And the site works well on a desktop, also on mobile. Mm-hmm. Very responsive.
Well, I should say we haven't changed the mobile and online experience at all.
Correct.
So while our homepage and our main website have changed, the experience they've become accustomed to with our digital platform has not changed.
Yep, their accounts haven't changed. We
Right.
haven't taken money away or deposited new money. It's the same as it was before. It's really just the outside that's changed.
So, Brandon, you mentioned that your favorite part was the new resource center. Mm-hmm. Chuck, what do you like best about the new site?
I think it's really the life stages kind of options and the ability to say, here's my life stage, point me to some resources and that may be beneficial to me given what's coming up in my life. And I think the Financial Education Center. Banking and checking accounts and loans are complex. We understand them, but too often we assume, well, our members should understand that. Well, the reality is it's very complex. And so the ability to learn how accounts work and banking works and how to better utilize what we have to offer, I think is going to be terrific for our members.
Yeah. And I really like the solution finder and how you can kind of self-guide to a multiple options that you can get to do some research and learn more before you commit to that product. But frame that in terms of what your needs are. So there you have it. We have something for everybody and a different appeal for whoever you might be. Any last thoughts?
I just want to say congratulations and thanks to Brandon and for getting us to this point. It took about a year, and they did it right, and we got a lot of input, and it's exciting to me that it's finally out.
Yeah.
So well done.
Yeah, thank you very much. A very strong team and a lot of support throughout the whole credit union to get this done, and I think the product shows it.
Yep.
Well, great job, and like we said, use the site, get to know it, and hopefully you've got something in there that really speaks to you and you can really enjoy. That's it for now. Just one last thing. Be sure to follow us on our YouTube page, so hit the subscribe button so you can get notified anytime a new video is available, and we'll see you next time.